Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. It's week 45 of competition. If you have not seen last week's episode, stop right now. Go watch that episode. Before you hear any spoilers, give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I won the Constructors' Championship, and Nick DeVries won the Drivers' Championship. Shock results out of nowhere. Did not see it coming. Thought I was too far back, but it was double points for the final race. Excuse me. Aren't very important. That's good. Let's see. Long. Oh, he wants a long contract. I don't want to do a long contract for you. I could always spend some money and replace it, though, I guess. Bonus size isn't very important. That's good. How about we say if you finish in the top 3? For both of these, we'll keep that minimal. That should give me he's got some patience. We'll go with this. This is actually less than what he's making right now. That would be fantastic going into next season. Meanwhile, I will be looking for a new driver soon, but we need to move forward a little bit. It's still the day that we just ended that final race with that shock result. So let's take a look at the car, see what can be done here to wrap up the year. We still want to improve the car because it will set the basis for next year's car, even though our points are going to change a lot between now and that final race. We're still trying to get these parts done, so I think it's going to have to be what I go for, unless I want to take one of these off to get done even faster. No, we'll just let it go. It's already on max. These are all parts for next year's car, which will change a little bit as we move up, but it'll still be based off of those. Alright, here is the end of season notifications. Prize money. Watch this double. Ready, set. Look at that. Almost exactly double. Woo! Nice. Manager of the season. After toting up the votes, Manager of the season is Decathlon Gamer. Nice. Alright. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Driver of the season, Mazepin wins Driver of the season after a 3rd place finish in the points. Thought maybe DeVries would get it, considering we were far from top team. Next season, I would have pegged us to be top team. Not this season. Not at all. It took just 2 years to get through the 2nd tier. Promotion opportunity. Yes. Yes, yes. So, congratulations on winning the title. Now it's time for the big question. Would you like to make the step up to the World Motorsport Championship, aka F1? If you accept promotion, our technical experts shall brief your mechanics on the current regulations, and you can expect your car to be upgraded to a somewhat competitive level. What do you say? The land of milk and honey awaits. Accept! I accept. Alright, 2023 rules now active. in WMC World Motorsport Championship, aka F1. Over the course of last year have now become active. This may, of course, change some of the ways in which you run your team. Rule changes for this year are replacing Rio Track B with Track C. Okay, so a slight change to the Rio track. It's still Rio, though. And here are your promotions and relegations this year. Decathlon Gamer Racing have been promoted into the WMC at the expense of Prima Power Team, who have been relegated into the Asia Pacific Super Cup, aka F2. Meanwhile, in F2, Russian Time Racing have been promoted from the ERS, aka GP3, where Rapak's team will drop down to take their place. That's all from me. Enjoy the new season, everybody. Gene Top. It's still surreal that we pulled that off. Alright, let's see. Offer accepted. Did you see that? Offer accepted is what I believe I just saw. So, Red Bull. New lead designer. New lead designer for Renault. Leclerc is heading to Ferrari, and he's going to make $30 million. That's half of what I just had. Giovinazzi goes to Toro Rosso. Williams are going to pick up Sainz, so Sainz moving, also for about $30 million. And Margasov. Wow, Margasov is going to Mercedes for 11 mil. Is it just me, or is that their 19-year-old? I wonder if that's their new reserve driver. Oh, there you go. As the new reserve driver for Mercedes. And there it is. Contract offer accepted. Let's go ahead and sign that deal. Alright, so I'm actually getting a discount out of DeVries to sign that long-term contract. It's only this year, though, that he's going to carry that F2 champion bonus. Which means at the end of the year, he'll probably be replaced, even though he's going to have time left on his contract. I'll just have to break that contract. But you can see even right now, that's only $4 million. A year from now, that'll probably only be $2 to $3 million. So I can afford to do that. That is if he needs replacing. But his marketability is low when you take away the F2 champion bonus that he is carrying right now. Now, even though Pascal Wehrlein is very good when it comes to being a number 2 driver, is very good at bringing in some cash for the team with good marketability, he's not going to be adequate for the level we are about to jump up to. So I will begin looking right now. Actually, not right. Well, are we technically already promoted? Yes. Okay, we are now technically promoted. So the promotion has already happened. We are now at this higher level. As lineups have already begun changing. And we're in for a nice long season. A little annoyed by the fact that the last 2 races are Brazil twice in a row. A couple repeats out there, but a lot of regular tracks have made their way. Okay, so now my favorites. Some more of these guys might be interested, like George Russell. Are you kidding me? A Wonder Kid, Drift Champion, Pay Driver, $1 million per race, Rock Solid, and Club Goer. Not the greatest marketability, but a fantastic driver I would absolutely love, and he's considering offers right now. Still not interested. I wonder. Okay, so we picked up a half star. We've picked up a half star. Here's our first look at our F1 days and where we sit. So we've gone from 2 3/4 to 3 1/4 stars as a team now at this level. Just still well below everybody else. Car, 10th. Drivers, 10th. And that's what I'm working on right now. Headquarters, 10th. No surprise there. Staff only dropped to 5th, so I actually still have a good staff. And I'm likely to make another upgrade that will help. Sponsors, wow, really? We're number 1 right now. So if we can keep that money rolling in, that's going to help a lot. Pit crew, we're already 7th. We'll look for that to improve as times go on, but right now I have no choices. At this higher level, I should get some new guys in there. So let's go back to scouting. Okay, Leclerc just signed a new deal. It's going to cost $15 million to pry him away, but I'm just going to see what, if anyone, we could sign. Somewhere, someone has got to be interested. These guys are all perfect drivers. They want the biggest teams. Ocon. By the way, if you're wondering, there were a couple mods active when we first started this. One included driver improvability. So you can see the results of that now, many years into this. Giovinazzi. Colton Herta. This would be an awesome one for us as he's an American. 5-star, excellent driver, 85% marketability. And he's interested. Ho. Hold on, let me see. 85%. Okay, what is making that? And where are you racing? GT Challenger Series. Wonder Kid, famous father, that's plus marketability 10, but that's not temporary. Racer, plus 2 to everything. Hidden potential, and rival with driver. So none of this is going to go away. He's going to stay at 85%. Stay an excellent driver. This is a number 1 driver. We're still in the negative, and this will put us further in the negative. I don't care. This is a huge boost if we could pick up a driver like this. So let's see what we can do. Status is fairly important. We'll put you as a number 1 because hello, 5. Yeah. Okay, max pay is 1.5 million. If we come down a little bit from that, let's see, patience, I get 3 chances here. He wants a long contract? I will absolutely give that to you. You don't mind who pays? Let's go with an even split. That'll actually give me a bonus. If I say team pays all, the bonus I think is the same. If he's in that I don't mind and I tell him to pay it, I get no bonus. So if I pick up half that, that's a bonus. He wants a signing on fee, but it doesn't say he wants a big one. That's a big one. That's a signing on fee. I can afford $3 million. I mean, he's going to get that in 2 races. Bonus size isn't very important. So, all bonuses. I think we could get this guy signed. For a pretty decent wage. I mean, we're talking about $800,000 a race more than what we're spending now. But, I mean, come on. A 5-star guy? Oh, I think we got a shot to get him signed. Wow, look at that. He didn't race, or that's for this season. It's like Phoenix. Every race in Vancouver in 2 races. That would be boring. Everybody would just wants to go to Phoenix the whole time. It's the Phoenix series with a couple trips to Vancouver. Funny thing is, I live in Vancouver, but not that one. But it's that name for the same guy. It's the original Vancouver, by the way. All right. Okay, well, that'll take care of drivers. Because looking at Verline again, 85%. Meaning it's a total wash on the marketability. But look at the difference on driving ability. I mean, we're adding almost 2 full stars for about 800,000 per race. It's going to cost me $3 million to break contract there. So, yeah, it's going to cost me about $4 million. But are you kidding me? That is so worth it. So worth it. We head to the start of preseason. Car design unlocked. It's time to work on the chassis. We've got $63 million to play with, and we're going to get some more. About $15 million more as we put away loads of cash for the car for this year. And there you go. We've got almost $78 million to work with. And now, for the first time, we finally have made it up to F1. And really, I can't say finally. It took us a long time to get the team off the very bottom, in the bottom tier. But getting us up to the second tier, once we got rolling, we've just cruised right on through, now to the highest level. Very strong, very strong. I'm probably going to go with high fuel efficiency. They're all very strong, but improvability, very strong on all of these. And look how much money I can save by going with 8 million, even though my base stat modifier is not going to be helped. I'm very much going to be a back marker this season, but if I have one really strong driver in Herta, and I could put all my best parts onto one car with Herta, De Vries isn't going to be terribly happy, but I'm not too worried about that. I can maybe steal some points here and there with that one car. And I think that's going to have to be the approach. So we're going with Hammer. Which, looking at these, right, looking at these options, that's Mercedes, that's Ferrari, that's Honda, that's got to be Renault. Hammer, I don't know, it's somebody. All right, fuel supplier, all very strong. So what's the difference? Let's see, fuel efficiency, that puts us 3 something, almost 4 something. If we go here, look at the improvability. That goes full on 5. That goes quite a bit higher. And not that. The Russian oil is pretty balanced on the fuel efficiency and the improvability that we pick up. But where was it that we go? Full on improvability and save $1.5 million? Let's go with that one. Okay, material supplier. Okay, same thing. They're all very strong, so we've got to actually see what kind of difference do they make. Because already, look at that. Let's see here. That's 3.3. That's 3.5, 3. No difference between those two, so there's no reason to go higher. That was clearly lower than the others. This gives us more options. Muramoto, and it's definitely cheaper than the others. That above 3.5. just below. This one looks to be the best option, and it's only $1 million more. It's putting a little bit into tire. You know what? Tire wear is what I need the most, though, not the tire heating necessarily. I can manage tire heating. It's tire wear that's going to be the biggest deal, and this has the best tire wear. So we're going to go with that. On to the brakes. Now we're getting into tire heating, not so good. So this seems to be where we're getting into some key differences in the car. Ooh, look at that. That's tire wear almost full on 5 stars. Ooh, that's a big jump in price, but what a difference is that gonna make? But again, here I can save half the money, still get the tire wear up, and the tire heating's not bad. Oh, but look at that. I could save even more money. Still get the tire wear almost all the way up. I mean, we're talking a very small difference here. But $2.5 million. Got to be a cheapskate this year. We've got to do enough on the chassis to survive, but at the same time, we got to get something. Okay, battery supplier. Now, I'm not worried about the starting charge. I want something efficient, meaning throughout the course of the race. There's one thing that I've learned. It's a long race. Yes, a lot of laps. So if it's not efficient at harvesting energy, then you're only going to gain a little bit as the race goes on. Now where it starts, well, sure, that matters, right? This is a good starting charge. So at the end of the first lap, they're going to get a good boost. They're going to gain a position or two. But over the course of the race, they're going to lose so much more with a poor harvest. So even though I start with a small charge and I might lose a position at the beginning, as cars use up their charge and burst past me, I'm going to get back past them twofold. Over the course of the race, I will gain that position back and then some. I'll keep working forward. So, okay, there you go. We are at 27 million. My fuel efficiency is good, but not great. My improvability is fantastic. Tire wear is very good. Tire heating is okay. Now, let's see if there's anything that I could do here. Oh, man, that is such a difference. And this is all about base stat modifiers, really, on this one. I can't get into that kind of money difference, but fuel supplier, do we want to get more efficiency? Like that for $1.5 million? Okay, we're going to do that. That's $1.5 million. That's not a big difference. That's still only to 28 million. Again, we had 15 million set aside just for the car, so we're only taking 13 million out of what 31 million that we made last season at the end of the year in prize money. Now, I don't know what do I get here. I get more improvability, less tire heating. Okay, what about no sight? Tire wear / fuel efficiency. I'd rather have the tire wear over the fuel efficiency, as you can make one-stop strategies and things like that work for you. Now, I don't want to go crazy on. Okay. Alright, so we make small adjustments to the car, to the chassis, and with that tire wear, everything's looking pretty good. Tire heating isn't great. But that's a pretty good chassis on a budget. Yes, let's do it. 28 million. Our first chassis designed on a budget. But I think that's pretty dang good for a chassis on a budget. And as we work our way up, as we improve, we should get better and better. Now remember, my base parts from last season are contributors. A lot of those parts, they take your best part, not necessarily what was on the car there at the end. So I think we're looking pretty decent for this year. And outside of a missing halo, we're starting to look pretty close to an F1 car now. And we still have 50 million to play with, so that is excellent. Okay, a new mechanic to Toro Rosso and Joseph Newgarden. Signs with Toro Rosso. And car improvability we can pick up. And there you go, for just $1.5 million. We can pick up one improvability and get that maxed out. Now it's going to be at 5. And here's that contract. Contract offer accepted! Colton Herta is coming to the team. He was without a job, but he is no longer. Pascal, I am sorry, but at 3 stars, De Vries was on the verge of being replaced, but it will be you, Pascal Verline, who is now replaced by 5-star Colton Herta. I got Nick De Vries down to equal status. He's not going to be equal status, so he's not going to be terribly happy with me. But he was number 1, so I brought him down and got him to sign for less. So I saved some money there. I'm going to spend more here. But I saved, what, 200, 300,000? And we're going to spend 8, almost 9 more. So it's about 500,000 more per race than what I was spending before. That is spendy. But it's worth it. It is so worth it. Sorry. I know, but you weren't going to win anything. I think you were the lowest rated driver in F1. Hey, nice to have those contract talks behind us. We're going to kick some serious together. See you around. By the way, in real life, I do cuss a little bit, but I don't need to do that on my channel. It's a family channel. I keep it appropriate. There you go. So about 23 million is the value of that contract. And he leaves one American team for another. And now he's no longer listening to offers because he just signed a big one. All right, how are we looking now? There's a big boost. Our drivers, 8th. We're still not even to that halfway mark of average. But at the moment, and surprisingly, we're well above Red Bull, who just lost one of their main drivers, and well above Haas, who we're going to be competing with as the back marker. And Mercedes also just took a big dip in that. I would expect both of them to continue to improve, meaning we're probably going to be about 9th best here in the near future. But if my drivers are that much better than the Haas drivers, and our car is 9th best, it's better than Haas, we might just stay alive in this thing. I've got a good staff. I've got good sponsors. I've got a decent pit crew, even for this level. We were excellent for the last level, and I can improve that rapidly throughout the course of the year. That doesn't cost a lot. Managing a pit crew is so important in this game. A lot of people take that for granted. It makes a big difference. It really does. And the headquarters, it'll come along. It'll get there. Excellent. Excellent. All right, did this drop me from all 20s? Yeah, loyalty. I fired a driver, so... but we're not that far from 20. There you go. 9 podiums and 2 wins. Just our second year at that level. That's the 2022 season we just wrapped up. It took 5 years to get out of GP3 and into F2, and just 2 years to get out of F2 and into F1. I would love to get a headquarters upgrade, but no, I don't think that's a good idea. Right now we're set to lose $2.5 million per race, and now we're starting to fly through things. Pit crew I can't touch. Sponsors I can't touch. So a headquarters upgrade is really all I could do, and I don't think anything is in reach right now. I mean, I could do a development center for $8 million. That's cheap. Telemetry is just $6 million. That's the gearbox. That actually would help us. Okay, $6 million. Let's do it. $6 million. It does bring the cost per race up a little bit, but I've got to get some of these upgrades done. We'll do one for now. Mercedes telemetry center upgraded. New lead designer for Toro Rosso. McLaren picks up Mitri Merlinen from Porsche LMP. And Williams pick up Roddy Florin. Now, my staff. I've got a new driver here, and you are maxed out at 3.5 stars. It would not cost me much to replace you. You've only been with Herta for 3 weeks, so I'm gonna look for a new race mechanic. I think I can do better than 3.5 stars. And like Simon Rennie, are you interested? Yes, you are. Medium contract, I could do that. Wages are important. What is important? What's max? 289, 212 maybe. And you want a nice signing fee? What is a nice signing fee? Ouch, 3 million. 2.4, hopefully you consider that a nice signing fee. And bonus size is important. Well, you better be cracking podiums to get the kind of money you want then. And I'm not worried about offering that because we're not earning that much, and that would be huge for us if you do. So I'm going to max those out, but go top 3s. We'll try. This is a huge upgrade from where we are now. This is more than a star better. Be a big boost to the team and the staff, and that's the kind of stuff that I've got to do to get this team to survive at this level. I mean, look at that. Concentration, 18. Part fixes, 19. Pit stops, and he's still improving. Reliability, chemistry, and performance all looking really good. And reliability is very close to hitting 18 there. Contract renegotiation. You don't like it, huh? Renegotiation. Okay, so the fee here you're neutral on, meaning it's enough. Just about. This one, not enough. So we're going to have to jump to 250. If we go up here, that's another boost. We'll try that. If I don't sign him, it's not the end of the world. And we have a unique opportunity. Force India F1 team have been in the news lately after one of their engines caught fire in their garage. GMA are calling their work practices unsafe. We have an opportunity with our upcoming marketing materials to exploit this mishap and compare it to our superior working conditions. Team marketability plus 25. Sorry, Force India. You're going to get thrown under the bus. I don't mind throwing you under the bus so much because of certain actions of somebody trying to buy a seat for their son by buying a team. I guess that's how the sport's played. Huh? Oh, he still wants contract renegotiation. Are you kidding me? Perez potentially retiring at the end of the season. It's weird to hear, isn't it? But we're that many seasons in. Okay, he's now delighted with the sign-on fee. So that's staying put. Everything here is all positive. It's just this. If I can get a neutral out of him, he'll sign. That's max. Really? That's the maximum that I could offer you is $289. So I only have 2 stages left to go. He's got to sign for this. Do I want to spend $300,000 already? Yes, I do. My deficit right now isn't that huge per race. I think with new sponsorships, the value is going to go up at the higher level, and we'll make up for that. For sponsors, oh yeah, look at that. Most of these are going to be replaced in the next few races, and their values should go up. We have good sponsor appeal right now. DeVries is up to a 76, Herta's an 85, and the team is now maxed at 100. So we have 87% marketability right now. It's almost 5 stars. We should get some pretty good contract offers. There we go. Offer accepted. Not for what I wanted, but we'll sign him. Pallier is gone. I guess that would probably be Pallier, right? French Pallier. That is a huge change in contract. But it's a very small cost to break. Kitagawa still improving and already better than Pallier, so I have a feeling that she's okay to hang on to. Here goes another $3 million. There you go, and we're putting those two together, so that's going to be a big boost. So I've got one strong car that hopefully can crack that top 10 from time to time, because pick us up the points we need to stay above Haas in the championship. And just like that, our staff is now third best and very, very close to the best, which is McLaren. Things are already settling. Mercedes has moved up above McLaren in the drivers now. And if that car is number 9, I think we can just about outdo Haas this season. Feel bad for them because they were the ones that just a year before me, my first year in that second tier, that F2 level, that they were the ones who got promotion then. Alright, time to take a look at the aesthetics. So, Kubica is riding with Ed Carpenter Racing these days, about to retire. And we're going to take a look. Oh gosh, we're blank here, totally blank. Well, that's not accurate to what I have. Why don't you have my old one loaded at all? Well, we're going to have to obviously throw in some colors. And our traditional green is going to be the area we start. And our secondary color, throw in some blue. Tertiary, we might go back to green again. Another green. Let's see which one. That one. And our trim, maybe black, or do we want red? No, we'll go black. Okay. Take a look. We can still change those up. That's not a bad looking combo right there. Kind of like that. It's pretty nice too. I like the streaks here. Couple options so far. By the way, some of the mods for this game have tons and tons of options with some pretty neat ones. It's a contender. But we're looking at 6 or 8. I think this might be my go-to. It's got streaks down the side pods. I like the blue, how it kind of wraps over the top and through the undercarriage. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this year. Oh, and we want dark sponsor color. What about if we are dark green? What about if we are red? There you go, there's that red that's absent. Makes those sponsors really pop, doesn't it? We'll go with the black. There you go. Alright, we're getting pretty close. Improvability now topped out all the way to 5 stars. Force India just upgraded their factory. And it's almost time for preseason testing, where we're probably going to wrap this preseason episode up, as we are going to be just about ready for the year. Preseason testing this weekend. World Motorsport Championship braced for preseason testing. And can I get on the car yet? No. We've got to go through the preseason testing first. So let's get to it. We're going to start testing, and there we go. New driver on board, 24-year-old Colton Herta. This morale's got to grow here with the team. But let's start testing. Let's see how we're doing. Good time so far. De Vries up in third. Herta is ninth, but of course teams are just now heading out. No issues so far. That's a very good thing. A lot of issues in the field, and look at that. We are not at the bottom. So De Vries is running 10th. Herta maybe getting used to the car down in 17th. Also, De Vries had the good car at the end of the year, so that is one thing to consider. But morale is +4 for Herta, finishing practice in P17. De Vries all the way up to P10, meaning I think I've got a chance. The Ferraris seem to be up a bit. Red Bull's doing okay, and Mercedes is way down. Margasov in 9th, and Lando Norris outside of the top 10 in practice in P12. Of course, it's practice, and he had gearbox issues. Margasov also engine not delivering full power. So the Mercedes having a bit of trouble in practice. Let's see. The Renault pretty low for Russell and Nakashita. And my close competitors, Matsushita in 15th, Buchanan in 18th. Neither one of them have any problems, but generally slower compared to the other cars. These guys are probably going to reverse grid as I get my first look at the car, and the better parts are definitely going to go to Herta this season instead of De Vries. And Force India all the way at the very, very bottom as they had gearbox and engine issues. So we're not going to proceed any further on the calendar, but I will take a chance to look at things. Our first race is just 11 days away as we head to Sydney for the Australian Grand Prix. Well, let's see what can be done with that car. We are now 10th on the grid as we come out. That was what had been expected. We are 10th on the grid, so it's possible that Haas had a lot more money to spend on their chassis, and it's made a difference, especially the engine supplier side of it, as they probably had a bigger bonus. All right, well, my target is absolutely 9th place because I don't think we're that strong in terms of the car. So I'm going to target 9th, even though that's going to be $10 million less. 7th is such a huge margin. And with the 10th place car, I just don't think we're there. 9th place keeps us out of last, and even that might be a challenge. I think we're really going to be contending with Haas at the back. So there you go. We're up to $70 million now. We stand to lose $2.5 million per race at the moment. But we are 9th in speed, 10th in acceleration, 9th in brakes, 9th in the front wing, 8th in suspension. So that carried over from last year. We were tops of the F2 category there. It was the only place I was top by the end of the season. And rear wing is at 9th. All right, 70% is tolerable. Ooh, the parts are all identical. They're identical. Okay, that's probably because of that movement up. Gearbox and engine definitely have a bigger impact here, though. You could see where we're at. Nothing has a lot of improvability right now in terms of performance side, but the reliability obviously can come up a lot before that first race. I need one car truly functioning not both. So we're going to... And they're both pretty level. We'll take whichever one has the higher performance upgrade chance. And it looks like it happens to be the lower one in most cases. But there you go. We're going to try to get that. That's going to take 15 days after the race, but it should get it all above 80%. So our first car is not going to have a mechanical issue in the first race. And then we'll get Rennie going on something. Look at that 1.0. That's a nice boost. Kitagawa's at 0.8 now. It was 0.6 and 0.7 before. Now in terms of performance, let's see, where do we want to grab? Oh, we want to get the most we can out of the engine and the gearbox. But the reliability is the big thing. And where to start? Where to start? Brakes, just 5 days. Rear wing, just 5 days. They're both 9th. Let's start with the rear wing then. Except for that's not going to help us on our first one. What about the brakes? Do we have anything decent here? No? No, we don't. Well, first one doesn't matter, I guess. That does hurt later development for sure. Alright, so we're starting with the rear wing this season. And there we go. So we're not dead last across the board, but the car is at the bottom. The headquarters are at the bottom. That is going to hold us back this season. But with an excellent driver and a great crew chief for him, I think we're in decent shape to fight Haas and stay out of 10th place. 9th or above is definitely our goal this year. And we're just about to that first race. So check in next week as we get the season underway with the Australian Grand Prix. And there are 19 races to go. It's a long season here. So we've got plenty of races in F1. So we'll be at this for a while. We should have a good 8 to 10 episodes before we get through this first season at this level. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.